Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. Prepare to die. Diabo. My name is Alex, I am the Silvermont, and I don't think I mentioned, but yeah, that guy is dead. I killed him off camera. Let's speak to the blacksmith quickly.
Why, that's a fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me? Magnificent! You won't be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
And now we can upgrade weapons from +5 to +6 using the large ember which we picked up in the depths. I guess longsword first. Hooray! And now we'll head away from him.
Don't get yourself killed.
I'll try. No promises though, my man. Right, so last time we defeated the Gaping Dragon. This time we're going to... well, we're going to go from the, like, grossest, ugliest boss to, I guess, the most ephemeral? Is that a word, ephemeral? There's a word I'm thinking of, it might be ephemeral, but I might just be making noises at this point. Maybe I am the fool all along. But yeah, this time we're going to fight the Moonlight Butterfly. First we got to fight some stupid ass tree men though. Back to the Shire with you. Wait, no, Ents don't live in the Shire, do they? The Ents lived in the Entwood. So this isn't really the way to go, but... and I don't think it's supposed to be nighttime here, it's just really foggy. But I really don't know, because, I mean, you can see the sun, but... whatever. Oh. Activate stand power. Boy, it sure is useful having a stand, huh? But, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure notwithstanding, there are a few reasons we're coming here before continuing with Blighttown. One of those is that I just want to do this area. Another is that the enemies here can drop moss, which will be useful in Blighttown. Haha. Oh, I think he dropped 2 twinkling and a large? A twinkly tit and a large tit. Great. But we'll go down here. We're not going to fight the Hydra just yet. I don't really know how we're going to deal with the Hydra. I guess I could just buy a bunch of arrows at some point. I don't really plan on using a bow and arrow on this character, but... oh wait, no, you don't even need that for the Hydra. I guess we could try fighting the Hydra now. Well, I mean, let's see what happens. Oh right, yeah, you're here. Out of my way, you enormous... you fucking atrocity. Why are you not in a cage? You fucking animal. That was a very optimistic backstab. Or attempt at a backstab. Penetration! Wait, if he goes off the edge, am I going to lose the goodies? Hey! Back Knight Halberd. Very popular weapon because it's insanely good, like for speedrunning and whatnot. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a bonfire here, for some inexplicable reason. Which leads down to... Valley of the Drakes, if I'm not very much mistaken. We don't really need to go down there, so we're not going to go down there. Just going to pull the lever. Blah blah. You know what, let's try fighting the Hydra and see how it goes. If it's like... it's been so long, I don't remember like the... how to put it, the suggested level range for the Hydra. But you'll remember this area off to the right. That's Havel's tower, shall we say. Havel is no longer there because we poisoned him to death. We can pick up the night set here, can't we? If I'm not very much mistaken. I upgraded like equipment to, as you can see, a little bit. I'll take that. I'll do it, Hydra. Destroy these traitors. These golems are, I assume, creations of Seath. I don't remember exactly the lore. Like, I don't remember if there's an item that talks about them, but I seem to remember they're like a Seath creation. It's interesting. I hate that effect. Alright. Dude. No. The edge is like right here. Yeah, this... He's like a mini-boss, I guess you could say. And... I don't know who came up with the theory. I mean, at this point there's so many theories that... Sometimes I think I came up with the theory when I probably didn't. And other times I say like, oh, this theory, and then someone says, wait, you know, you came up with that theory. Because like, you're the only one who thinks that, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I kind of like the theory that this beast here is born from Calameet's remains. Because this is more or less where we kill Calameet in the past. And you know, it's not a true dragon, but it's a... like the magic of the forest fused with the remains of Calameet and became a weird hydra or something. I don't know. It's just a random nonsense theory. But he's not taking too long to kill. But the problem is when you've like destroyed all the heads and you have a hard time hitting some of them. That's why we need a bow, just to finish with the last ones. But you know, I can speed it up. Speeding up. Time now.
Shoot laser beams at me. Laser beams. Laser beams! None of that. Ha! How can I get your head if it's all over there? Here, easy fuck. Oh no! It's just a silly boss. It's not a boss, but it's silly all the same. There is one head left. Don't do that. That's not very easy to hit if you react like this. Oh no. Oh yeah.
We did it! Dragon Scale and the Dust Crown Ring and 10,000 souls? 5,000 souls. Whatever. Should we keep this, like, the bolts equipped? Because, like, they do actually equip on your character. But it's too brown, I don't want it. I don't want it. No, I don't think there's any point going over there at the moment, because... I don't... do we have to, like, reload the game or anything? I'll just run over there quickly, and if I made a mistake, I'll just speed it up. Ah, I remembered you could just, like, restart the game. And once we do this, we will enable the woman. The woman! It's gonna be a pain fighting you here, my son. Ow. Seath just really has a thing for putting women inside crystals. I mean, that we know of, he's captured 3 women. Dusk of Ulasil, Ziegelin of Katarina, and Rhea of Thorolund. Oh, spoilers! Well, it's possible for her to end up there. And then we also know that he seems to have captured some of Guinevere's handmaidens. So it's like, Seath, what do you want with all these ladies? Well, presumably... Well, okay, not presumably. A theory is that he is obsessed with immortality. And I probably spoke about this in my Seath lore video, and I'll speak about it in my remade lore video. But my thinking is, Seath doesn't have the scales of immortality, therefore Seath is obsessed with what he does not have, immortality. And we'll continue this train of thought. Actually, finish it right now. Seath wants to be immortal because he was born an anomaly who is not immortal. Or, you know, not born. He was a dragon that did not have scales of immortality, so he wants the secrets of immortality. And if you're a dragon, it might seem perfectly natural that the secrets of life and immortality are held by women, because, you know, women make life. They give birth. So perhaps that is why he is experimenting on them, and perhaps that is where crossbreed Priscilla comes from. Let's talk to Dusk.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee? My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Oh, I thought her items were supposed to spawn here. Maybe they spawn elsewhere or later on, or some... I don't know. This is where the DLC starts, though. Alright, let's speed up running back over here, because this is irritating. I wish I could speed it up in the game. You know what game does allow you to do that? Final Fantasy XII on PS4. It lets you move at like 4 times speed, which is pretty great. I am a little curious as to why she just vanishes. Like, is it because she's in the wrong era, the wrong time? And she just goes, boop, see ya.
I am Dusk of Ulasil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes. For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth. The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies? The sorcery, if thou art in need, pray summon me again. I wish to be of assistance. May the flames guide thee.
And as of Dark Souls 3, we know that the Xanthus scholars are scholars of the golden sorceries of Ulasil. And I might be mistaken, but I think they come from Ulasil. I don't remember if they come from Ulasil or if they just study Ulasil. Either way, we'll be seeing quite a lot more of Dusk. She's an rather important lady. There's a plane flying overhead. I like planes. That was a lie. I don't like planes. I like the idea of being able to move very fast so it doesn't take you, like, weeks to get to another country. It takes you hours instead, but the actual process of being on a plane, not that keen on it. Fortunately, the last few times I have been on planes, I've had most of the row to myself. Because no one wants to be, like, cramped next to a stranger for, like, 8 hours or whatever. How dare you be a tree. You can drop down here and survive. I don't remember exactly where it is, but it probably is most of this area. I remember once there was an invader I was fighting, and I, like, pushed him off, but he survived, and then he came back up, and it really surprised me. Oh, right, yeah, I forgot they're invincible once they're, like, coming out of the ground. So you can hit them to make them come out of the ground, but when they're in the animation of coming out of the ground, they're invincible. Yeah. But, there's another little kind of mini area here which we'll do our best to complete. Imminent locking on. Yeah, this is the crest of Artorias, or rather the crest of Artorias would open that. Hidden wall with a very, very handy bonfire. I would wager this is one of the most used bonfires in the game. Maybe not like these days, but back in the earlier days. Especially when people just farm souls here by making the forest bandits jump off the edge. I wonder if they ever patched that. I might have to give it a shot. Sometimes it's better just to defeat the ambush. Especially, you know, when you can. No. Oh, damn. We should have gone human, because I wanted to summon... Is there another bonfire where Beatrice is? I don't think there is, so I'm gonna go human. Because, you know, I want to summon Beatrice. We don't need to, but I just want to. It'll be useful footage, if nothing else. Because I'll probably end up remaking the Beatrice lore video at some point, you know? Not really one of, like, the bigger ones, but sometimes I like talking about the less important characters, such as her. Are they gonna... yeah, I did all of that wrong. It doesn't really matter, it just means I have to fight them again. Oh no. Whoa. Dark Souls 1 had an interesting middle ground between the stamina usage of the Dark Souls games. Dark Souls 3, like, nothing uses any stamina. Dark Souls 2, everything uses loads of stamina. Dark Souls 1 is sort of the middle ground. I heard that tree, and I knew you were there too. I just didn't give a damn. Partisan. One of my favourite spears in Dark Souls 1 because... Let me show you why. Don't really like how it looks, but it has the 6 swipes. And most don't allow you to do that. Alright, we can grab an egg vermifuge here, can't we? I've never really noticed that before. Can you get onto that ledge from somewhere? I can't imagine where you would, but... let's... Yeah, we'll fight the boss and then... Did he hear me? Good. can see her hair is not actually green here, but whatever. Now, hopefully she's gonna give this... Sorry, coughing. She's gonna give this guy the business. Oh my god, Beatrice. You missed. And she missed again. Don't do it. Don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground. Don't you dare make your sword excellent. Did I say don't make your sword excellent? I guess that's kind of what they did. And the Elite Knight set's over here, so I'm gonna run in and give it a 6 swipe. You thought you trapped me, but it was in fact I who trapped you. My tactics are very next level. Turning an ambush back into a counter ambush. That was a weird noise I just heard. Oh, it was that. Beatrice, destroy these traitors. Show them the true power of the Sith. Oh. She's a bit stupid, but hey. Are you stuck? You're totally stuck. You stupid stone man. Oh, 3-hit combo. Why am I even bothering to fight them? Like, they do drop stuff, but I don't think it's anything I need. Whatever, I'll kill this one. Do they drop large titanite? I did it. Okay, that didn't actually hit me. Alright, Beatrice, let's go. Time to fight the boss. He twopped me. Tranquil Walk of Peace to me. And there it is. The Moonlight butterfly. There are many of Seath's creations here in the forest. Presumably escaped or just let loose here. Do it, woman. Show the butterfly why you are the queen of the forest. Or something. Oh no, no. Please don't block me like that. Are you coming? No, he's not coming. Not really sure. Oh, why exactly it has the same music as is it Gwendolyn it has the same music as? I think it's so. I don't think there's any like real meaning to that. It's just how it is, you know. Oh damn, I thought I had a bit longer. No, don't hit it with your stick. Yeah, I thought I had a bit longer then. How much damage do these do? Not really a lot. This is where Witch Beatrice is actually really good, because look how much damage she does. Oh wow, I almost got Shrek'd. Thanks Beatrice, Beto. You're a good person. Bye. See ya. 10,000 souls. Interesting you get so many compared to the Hydra, which is... I guess it's not harder, it's just more time consuming. It'd be great if you could summon Beatrice for it, but... And our reward for that was the Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly, which we will actually be using a bit later on. The butterfly is sold as a creation of Seath Scaleless. Indeedio. A petrified blacksmith, and they patched in the Homeward Bone. At some point they patched it so that many bosses reward you with items, you know, like Homeward Bones and stuff, which was a nice change. And of course there was the infamous, they changed you defeated to like victory achieved and so forth. Didn't they change it back to you defeated at some point? I don't actually know what it is now, which I probably should, but I don't. Considering, like, I just saw it, I think I remember, but nope. And, there's an item there, which means we're going to be going to get it. I don't know if you can, like, jump somewhere up here to do, like, sick moves, but we were going to go the normal way. Which is over... actually, this loop around... Oh, no. My plan didn't quite work out there, but... No, it's all good. And to get to that area, we have to defeat the magical moving tree, or, you know, just walk past it. But we'll kill it because it's 3 souls. Yay. And we'll be getting a very popular ring up ahead. These guys are like an example of some of the really weird things Dark Souls has. Like, there are so many enemies who show up like once in the game. Like, I know those guys show up literally more than once, but you know, it's really weird to see enemies who are so infrequently encountered. I guess the designers just had like a field day with this game, like, oh, I want to make this thing, I want to make this thing, and you know, they just made what they wanted to make or something. Not sure why I went over there, but yeah, this is the area you can like hop down to. Then by the river we have a whole bunch more things. Oh no. Look at this garbage. I don't like when enemies do stuff like that. Like, oh, I'm standing up, which means I'm invincible. It's like, okay. That doesn't really make sense, dude. What are these, like, red dudes? Are they, like, weird... I don't even know what they're called. I think I knew at one point, I've just completely forgotten. Like, I want to call them frogs, but they're not really frogs, you know? Durr. The stone set actually looks pretty cool, it's just all mossy, which means... But, you know, you can get an un-mossy set in the DLC. Or you could just, you know, get a texture mod. I mean, in theory, you could justify the texture mod saying, like, oh, we, like, took it to Andre and he, the blacksmith, polished it up or something, I don't know. Because I feel like you could remove the moss from the armor. It's not like it would be a permanent thing. Same with, like, armor sets that you can de-rust. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, it's part of the game's aesthetic that everything is rusted and decrepit. Which, yeah, that's completely fair, but I also think it would make sense that your character might want to spend some time polishing their armor and weapons, because it could be a useful way to, like, stay sane, you know? Because hollowing is when you lose your purpose, effectively. So even if it was something as mundane as, like, polishing your armor and weapons... I mean, doesn't the blacksmith, Rickert, say basically that? He's like, oh, give me some work to do so that I can keep my sanity. I'm 90% sure he says something like that, but I might be imagining it. Who knows? But, let's go back to Firelink Shrine, talk to a few people. I will give him this first.
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I could produce divine weapons with a flame such as that. Well, thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see. Don't get yourself killed. No.
Right now we'll quickly sprint back to Firelink Shrine, which will be sped up. This episode's going to have quite a lot of speeding up, but that's entirely fine with me. And if you don't like hearing the chipmunk voices, I guess it would suck for you, but oh well. The parish, with undead dreams and hopes. Fantastic. Oh no, I've been stuck on the bench. By yellow. And here we go. Down the slope. Ooh, I'm going zig-zag, bibbidi-bop. And we're finally back in One Shrine. Alright, now let's talk to a few NPCs and then end this episode.
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life. Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so. Oh, I'm sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely too. I have my pyromancy of the Great Swamp, so I can usually manage with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you. Unless you find the magic's unsavory. Yeah, wonderful. I'm sure that they'll be of some use, some assistance. Here, first take this. A flame from the Great Swamp. Now you're a fully fledged pyromancer. Why, let's get started right now. Pyromancy is the art of casting fire. Produce flame, then channel it, just as our ancestors did. A pyromancer must be in tune with nature herself. My home, the Great Swamp, is an abundant store of nature. You will understand one day. It only takes time. Pyromancy has a, well, rather primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with advanced culture, and pyromancers are considered rather unsavory, which is fine, as I never got along with anybody anyway. So, for me, turning undead didn't change a thing. A pyromancer's flame is a part of his own body. The flame develops right along with his skill. When I gave you that flame, I gave you a part of myself. Please take good care of it. A pyromancer's flame, please take... Goodbye then. Be safe, friend. Don't you dare go alone.
Oh, hello. Terrific. And
have you been to the ruins of New Londo below? Just head down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or two, unless the ghosts find you first. How did that old man make it back? Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened. Oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass? The Firekeeper. She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit. Sad, really. She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd peter out in an instant. What now? I'm...
Oh, hello. I'm considering a change of location. I have a rather pressing matter to attend to up above. That keeper has served me well, but enough with her. Oh, that...
Not at all suspicious, that, is it? Ah well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time for more. Can you hear that? That's my cat squeaking in the background. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time for more. Let's play Dark Souls. Is there anything going on in here? Yeah. Snore, snore. Alright. See you guys next time. Goodbye.